Hello, everybody. Never done this before. Always a first. Right, before I start, I just want to acknowledge and thank Fiona for organising this. Thank you, Fiona. And also for inviting me to speak. She might regret that. Anyway, I'd also like to ask everybody if you can just spare £1 and donate to Fiona's Buy Me a Coffee, because she spent thousands on all of this. I think it would mean a lot to her. So thank you if you can do that. I'd also like to thank Phil Wiseman. I don't know where he is. There he is. Guys, this guy made the documentary, The Agenda. If you haven't watched it, watch it. And if you can, share it with everybody. It's a masterpiece. So folks, in another life, Doc Malik used to be a consultant orthopedic surgeon. I now identify as a fisherman, as you can see. But let's talk about digital ID. I know you've already heard quite a bit about digital ID. I'll just give you my spin. I look at all of you and I think there's not very many of us, right? We're on that march and we're thinking, bloody hell. But you know what? Rare things are precious. And you guys are precious. Remember when we walked past all those shops, Hamleys, coffee shops, and they're all there just getting on with their life. But you guys have traveled, you've sacrificed your day because you know how important this is. And we're not here to send a message to the politicians and to the government. We don't really care about them. We're sending a message to ordinary people out there on the streets, our neighbors, our friends, our families, our work colleagues, and we're telling them, this is what freedom looks like. And this is what resistance to tyranny looks like. And that there are people who will resist the government's unconstitutional and unjust demands. But most importantly, we are sending a message to our children and our grandchildren. And that's to say that, you know what, back in 2025, there were people fighting for them. That's important. And if you don't think they won't know, they will know. Today, what we're seeing is a sacred attack. And I'm not just talking about our data, our privacy, or even our civil liberties. What is under attack is the very essence of what it means to be a human. Digital ID is being sold to us as a convenience, but it's not. It's not about safety, it's not about efficiency, and it's definitely not about the migrants. It's about control, total, permanent control. It's about a system designed to monitor you, rate you, restrict you, and ultimately own you. And here is the bitter truth. This is important. We cannot rely on our oppressors, the government, to police and restrain themselves. Just as I doubt we will ever see justice for the pandemic, the lies, the censorship, the psychological warfare that was used against humanity, the lockdowns, the financial ruin, and the mRNA COVID jabs. Just like we will never see justice for the great crimes of history, the world wars, the Holodomor, the genocides past and present, the false flags, 9/11, the Iraq war, Libya war, just to name a few. those who commit the greatest crimes rarely face earthly justice. I'm sorry, that's the truth. And I have made peace with that. Because we don't really have a choice. You're either with them or fighting them. And you guys are fighting for freedom. And everyone else's. All these people walking past, in the shops, in the cafes, in the buses, they don't know it. But we do. Real liberation does not come from waiting for justice. It does not come from waiting for the guilty to be punished. It does not come from waiting for the truth to be finally admitted. And make no doubt, the perpetrators will offer you hopium. False hope, false saviors, false messiahs, a soothing lie, a disclosure, limited hangout, a distraction to keep the masses asleep. Waiting for that disclosure, waiting for the hero who will save the day, waiting for the system to fix the crimes that it committed. This is not liberation. This is a captivity mindset, a slave mindset. I will not be a victim. I know that I am my own master, and no one and nothing will take that from me. So my friends, I'm telling you, we are in the midst of a spiritual war. Digital ID is not just a policy. It is not just an app. It is not just a database. It is the architecture of our enslavement.
That's exactly what it is. It's a spiritual war. We will fight.
This is not about a Brit card. We already have digital IDs. It is here in many forms. But OneGov login will funnel us into one silo that will be married to the wallet, to programmable digital central bank currency, shared with private partners, corporations, banks, and big tech. Add in a social credit score, and you'll finally have a gateway to unquestioned, uncontrollable tyranny. They want one wallet for all your credentials, your ID, your license, your benefits, your medical records, your vaccination status. Digital convenience, they say. It'll become digital default. And that default will be digital enslavement. And your consent means nothing when refusal will become impossible. Eventually, you won't be able to work, travel, buy, sell, access healthcare without that digital ID. And when access is denied and the computer says no, who are we going to complain to?
Exactly.
Once your ID becomes digital and becomes a digital token, your life becomes data. Your behavior becomes data. And data becomes control. This is how freedom is lost. One token at a time. One compliance at a time. And you all know this. You do not comply out of tyranny. It does not work. So folks, I'm not saying this is not surrender. This is resolve. This is resistance. We will fight on. Not because victory is guaranteed, not because justice is promised, but because resisting tyranny is the only righteous path to take. There are numerous battlefields against humanity at present, multi-generational, multi-pronged, across all spectrums, all around us. But the most important battlefield is within us. To stay human, to stay awake, to stay rooted in truth, to live in the light, to reflect the light, and to be the light. I will not let the architects of the digital tyranny, who, by the way, aren't those people, I will not let them darken my soul. My strength is in clarity. My strength is in conscience. My strength is in the refusal to be broken. If justice comes, great. If justice is delayed, we will stand. If justice never comes in this world, the truth remains unchanged. And so I say this with absolute conviction. I refuse to give them my soul. And while I wait for the world to catch up, so do you. You will not give up your soul. The government's plan for digital ID will fail if we simply refuse to comply. Tyranny will collapse the moment we refuse to obey. Darkness loses the moment we choose to walk in the light. So I say stand firm, I say stand proud, and I say stand unbroken and remain in the light. My friend Eddie passed me a note. I don't know where he is in the crowd. And I just want to read it. It's the last thing I'm going to say. Remind the people how they will feel when we succeed. And we will.